My name's Scott Bomar. I'm the bass player and band leader of the Bo Keys. The first band I had was called Impala. We were an instrumental band in Memphis in the mid-90s. And we broke up kind of towards the late 90s. We'd done a lot of touring, a lot of albums. We kind of burned ourselves out. And I'd gotten more and more into 60s, 70s soul music from Memphis and wanted to start a new band that was along the lines of Booker T and them G's or the instrumental music Willie Mitchell made. I started working at the Stax Music Academy, and that's where I met Charles Skip Pitts, who is our guitar player, and Skip played on amazing records.
My name is Charles Skip Pitts. They call me Skip. And I've been playing guitar since I was 11, and I'm 63 now. We started recording with Isley Brothers, and they did more recordings than they did road stuff. And I recorded It's Your Thing. Do what you want to do. At the time, Marvin Isley was the youngest. He would play bass on it. We stayed with Isley Brothers and recorded some other stuff with them. And I left on my own and got with Isaac Hayes here in Memphis. We got on his bus and went to L.A. on the bus, and he paid me about $6,000 just to have money in my pocket and to watch the show and pick up on whatever tips I needed. Shaft was huge. It put Isaac in another stratosphere altogether. I played the lead while I So after that, we got very hot at Stax. And it got to the point where me and the drummer, Willie Hall, who did the bless his heart, we started recording with everybody else at Stax. They wanted to use our formula. But I got with Isaac, and I was with him off and on for 37 years. And for the last 6-7 years, I've been with the Bo Keys.
I've had a lifelong obsession with Memphis soul music, and I've gotten to work with just a lot of my heroes, and started the Bo Keys in the late 90s. We've been together about 10 years now. We've gotten to do a lot of really great projects. I've done a lot of film work. The first film I did the score for Hustle and Flow, and that was right after our first album, The Royal Sessions, came out, and I used our group on the score for that film. So when you see Hustle and Flow, that's the Bo Keys that you hear performing the score. At Willie Mitchell's funeral, I had the opportunity to play with Howard Grimes, and we backed up Don Bryant together, and playing with Howard that day, I just realized, like, Howard is, the guy that the Bo Keys need playing drums, and we need to have him come in and cut our new record. Howard is most known for all the Al Green and High Records recordings that he played on, but Howard's history goes back way before that.
It started with Rufus Thomas, and I met Chip's Moment, which I didn't understand at the time. I went up and cut "'Cause I Love You" with Rufus and Carla. And Chip's Moment took to me so, man, and they called me back. So I come back and I did William Bell, "You Don't Miss Your Water Till the Well Run Dry." Jim Stewart decided to do a single on Carla Thomas, which was Gee Whiz. So those were my first major 3 records at 12 years old.
Our keyboard player, who we affectionately call Hubby, his name is Archie Turner. And I've known Hubby for years. He's a great keyboard player, and he's like Howard. The better I get to know him and the more I talk to him, the more I find out that he played on, like, every time I talk to him, I find out about another record that he played on that I love that I didn't know he played on. And he was in a group called Black Rock, and they cut a 45 called Black Rock Yeah Yeah, and it got sampled by the Black Keys when they did their Black Rock album. And his piano is a really prominent part of it, and it's a really collectible funk 45. He's just got a really unique sound, and he plays in an unorthodox way. He doesn't sound like any keyboard player I've ever heard before. He's got a very unique sound. I'd gotten to know Mark Franklin through some mutual friends, and he was a guy my own age, and when we were in our early 20s, he was out playing with Bobby Blue Bland, which was pretty impressive.
When I was on the road with Bobby Bland a bunch, we played in Chicago. I can't tell you how many times we played in Chicago, and Otis Clay was on the gig a whole bunch with us. And I've just been a fan of his music for many years.
We're primarily an instrumental band, but we often back up a lot of vocalists. And for our album, it's a mix of instrumentals and also tracks that we've cut with some of our favorite singers. And we had one last song that we wanted to cut for the album. And I was trying to figure out who to get, and more and more I was going through the High Records catalog, and just Otis Clay just kept coming up, and I just thought he was the perfect singer to have come in and sing on the song that we cut with him.
Boom, 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 boom.
My name is Otis Clay.
I'm coming in right on the top, right?
Yes, right on the top.
I hear it now.
I got to get back to my baby.
Well, this is kind of like a reunion thing for me. All the players here, some of us go back to the 60s.
Hey, Scott, I'm not going to play as full. I'm just feeling it now.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to play as much as I'm doing because I don't want to get on the vocal.
You gonna sing it?
Yeah.
Otis Clay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be playing. I'm not gonna be playing this full. I'm just doing this to feel it.
Okay.
I'm gonna play around your lyrics.
Okay.
See, I don't want to play too much shit on you. I'm just feeling what I'm doing now to get my hands right.
I'm with you.
Okay.
Yes, Gooseman.
Yeah.
I got to get back to my baby. I got to get back. I got to get back. Hey, it's been 40 days and 40 nights. I'm so lonesome and blue. Been away from my baby so long. I don't know what to do. I'm sitting in this airport, waiting on the next flight. I'm on my way to Memphis, but it won't be tonight. I got to get back to my baby. I got to get back. I got to get back. Ow!
The song that we cut with Otis is called Got to Get Back to My Baby. And last year I was doing a lot of traveling. I was spending a lot of time in airports, and I was just really missing my fiance. Sitting in an airport lounge, and my flight was delayed, and I'd been working on songs for our album, and that title just kind of came to me.
I know I can't rush Mother Nature, and I can't blame the rain, but it sure is lonesome here. I should have took the train. Things sure move slow when you got somewhere to go. When I get back to my baby, I won't be leaving no more. I got to get back to my baby. I got to get back. I got to get back. Hey!
We tracked everything live except for the horns, and even there's even some songs that we did the horns live too. But everything on the record is Howard and Skip and our keyboard player Hubby and myself. We're in here all cutting it together live. There's not really any overdubs. We rarely have to go in and punch anything or fix anything. It's mostly live, and we cut it until we get a take that everybody's happy with, and usually that's first, second, third at the most take. And sometimes the horns will play with us live, other times they'll come in right behind us and put their parts down.
Well, we used a lot of horn players for this record. Originally, it was me and Ben Colley.
Ben Colley is he's an amazing guy, and it's been really great to work with him.
His trumpet playing is so signature and so essential to the Memphis sound. Everything from Soulfinger to everything on Hot Buttered Soul and Shaft, you know, his his signature is all over it. And Kirk Smothers on baritone saxophone for the first few songs, and Floyd Newman, most famously known for Last Night.
I'd seen Floyd's name on records for years, and I'd heard a lot of records he was on, but meeting him and hearing him play and working with him, Floyd just has an amazing tone. He said that Jim Stewart used to say, Floyd Newman doesn't have a tone, he's got a sound.
And it's worked out really good. I think we've got a nice variety of horn players on this record.
Get back to my man.